Welcome to episode 73 of the Awkward Tapes, the podcast where awkward friends have awkward conversations about awkward things. Oh, Evan and Leighton are getting close to each other.
If you
Zach?
think about it, that's precious. I'm just kidding. You go ahead,
That
Zachary.
was adorable.
Not washing my hair.
Zach, random fact about yourself.
Zach, random fact. So I no hair. I know hair.
I know hair.
That's,
know hair.
I know hair.
There's a new username for you.
That's actually
I know hair.
yes.
I know hair.
I know hair. I have hair in face, but no hair.
Presley,
On
can
head.
you please just interrupt Zach with your thought real quick?
Baked potatoes are yummy.
Presley, please save us. Just read, please.
If you think about it. Why is it called quicksand even though it drowns you slowly?
I thought about this. That seemed very cool.
Oh, that's
interesting.
interesting.
Wow.
Can I hit you with another one?
No.
Oh, you
Oh,
can
man.
smack us with another one.
Oh, hit me.
Did twins ever realize that one of them was unplanned?
I thought about this too.
These are good.
Oh, dang.
That was great.
Can I
so
slap
I
you?
guess,
Wait, can
so
we
I
do
guess
this
at
one?
most only one of
Yeah.
them were planned.
So wait. So
Wait, is it the older or the younger one? I guess the older one.
So
right?
if
That's
you
the
put-
older one.
So if you put two twins in quicksand and one of them wins, does that mean that that's the planned version of the pregnancy? or-
What?
What are you talking about?
What?
I don't know. I was.
Your brain.
Yeah.
Zach is a masochist.
What's that?
Evan, don't make up words.
Sorry, that's my word of the day, masochist. Look it up.
Smith, can you spell that?
I,
I'm too. Yeah, that got. I am.
We're barely going to leave that in.
Also, rest in peace. Takeoff.
Who?
That was an interesting time to put the rest in peace takeoff.
Yeah,
in
it
there.
was.
That was a real questionable timing, Zach.
I'm
No.
sorry.
I really hope he wasn't a twin.
I was-
I really hope he was not a twin.
I was trying to find the timing.
Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Let's just you know what?
Legitimately.
This intro has been. Can we just skip straight to the outro?
Yep. Thank you for joining us for a session of awkwardness.
We're
I
not
like
going to.
rocks.
No, prepare yourself for a session of awkwardness.
I have 11
Oh wait, you did the
toes.
outro like I always do.
Evan,
Yes, sir.
pick a number between 1 and 6.
5.7.
Is that rounding up or?
Rounds up to
It
6.
rounds
I
up to
believe.
6. Sure.
Rounds up to 5.8.
All right. Here's a good question. What is a random thing in life you didn't think you'd ever miss, but now you do?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. A really good one. A random thing. Noah, you okay?
Noah
there?
liked that question.
Yeah, all of a sudden I just see Noah and he made this face.
Your mouth.
I don't know what it was, but I'm down for it. Okay, so a random thing that I didn't think I'd miss, but I
Now you
do.
do.
That's
So-
a thick thought.
Thank
No,
you.
it is. I mean, immediately the first thing that comes to mind is going back to.
I made a face at Presley. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So immediately the first thing that came to mind is going back to California, since that's all I seem to talk about on this podcast, is the redwood forests out there. I loved the redwood forest, and specifically the smell. It has such a distinct and almost weird smell to where when you describe it, it doesn't even sound like it would smell pleasant, because it's almost like a musky, natural, like kind of almost like moldy odor. It's weird because when you describe it like that, you're like, oh, it must smell rancid and awful. But when you actually have, sure. But when you're actually there and you smell it, it smells really, really good. And just walking around and being around like all the big trees and going around the walks and seeing the little rivers and everything, it's beautiful out there.
Brings you
And
back to home.
It does. And I didn't think I'd miss it as much as I do since, it's just like, see some trees. But it really is a beautiful part of California that I miss.
That is on a bucket list for me. Is going to see the redwoods.
You know what I've never understood?
Why they're so tall?
Well, you know how people like really love the smell like outside right after it rains.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I don't
Also-
smell much.
I don't.
I don't get
think
it either.
I don't think it smells good.
Yeah.
Smells
Maybe.
I don't think
mildewy.
it smells bad. Just I don't I agree with you that I don't get it. I really like when it rains. I'm one of those people that actually likes
Oh, I
rainy
do
weather.
too.
I
but-
get
I
excited.
like
terms
when
of
it storms. Yeah.
No, I like when it storms too.
Oh, what's gonna happen? Like I don't want
thrill.
anyone to get hurt, but it's like
You
this
just
is
want
exciting.
someone
The
to
drama.
almost get hurt.
Sure, and
Yeah.
I'm okay being
No-
that one.
Right.
No one gets struck by lightning, but lightning was like 10, 15 feet away.
Yes, that's the threshold. It's like
And
just
you have
enough
the
to give you a
story
thrill.
of you almost got
Yes.
electrocuted.
It's
and,
the
yeah.
best of both worlds.
Yep.
You get the
Yes.
You know what I miss though that
Hannah
I didn't think I would
Hannah
was mid-school naps, like nap time.
Interesting.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
Remember that in kindergarten, maybe first grade?
Yeah.
You had nap time.
That sounds nice, man. I wish that we still had. Can you imagine during your workday if you still had like nap time in there? That would be amazing. Like you
Amazing.
still get your lunch; it doesn't replace that. But even if it's just like an extra 30 minutes for nap time, oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes at work, lunchtime is nap time for me.
Oh yeah. I've taken like quick little naps on my break before.
I don't get the quick little nap thing. I've never been able to do that.
Sometimes I'm just so tired.
For me, it's just risky whenever I do that because if it's a short nap, I wake up and I feel worse. So
Yeah,
that's the risk
sometimes.
for it.
Apparently, it's supposed to be like under 30 minutes, and you can get like a little quick refresh. But if you go over like 30 minutes, it starts to like
If I go over an hour,
hurt you. Yeah. One of the things, I don't know exactly how to describe this, but at my old house when I was a kid, the way that this sounds stupid, laugh at me. But the way like the sun would shine through some of the windows and like reflect off of the couch, it made like this glowing thing on the floor, on our wood floors. And
Just
just
look
I would
really
lay
cool.
there and like look at the sun
Huh.
and look at the way it hit the floor and bounce off of the lighting of the couches.
that's
And I
why
would
your
just-
eyes are so bad.
There
Staring
you
at the
go.
sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like staring at stuff and like, yeah, I don't know.
Staring at stuff.
Just
like-
yeah, I
You
don't know
miss
how to
that.
describe it. I miss.
Oh,
There's
man.
something about that. I
You miss having your eyesight so you could lose it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let
I don't
me,
know how to. It's a certain thing I remember.
Let me set the scene. The years are between 2018 and 2019. It's Christmas break.
Yep.
I'm in my room. It's 1 to 2 in the morning. I'm on Christmas break. I'm doing whatever I want. We're playing Fortnite.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
those-
It's in the
That's-
prime of its life.
That's-
There were
that's
times,
prime
one
Fortnite.
specific, a couple nights in a row. I remember Zach and I would play between the hours of midnight to 3 a.m. and lose, lose,
Yeah.
and then win.
You're right.
What's going
That's the
on?
Fortnite Christmas music. You don't remember that?
Oh, well, I'm glad there might be exactly one viewer who got that reference.
There's no way.
Oh, there's got to be more.
I see a lot of that on TikTok.
I remember I was watching The Flash back when that TV show was good. I was just binging that.
I miss being bad at video games.
Wait, so
What?
Yeah, what's that like?
I don't know, like skill based match, or I miss before skill based matchmaking.
oh,
was a thing.
because now
Now
it has
it's
to be
just-
very
it's
try hard
ruined.
for you.
Yeah.
Like you
Every
can't
time.
casually do it.
Yeah,
it has
and-
to. Okay.
Every time, like me and Chris were talking about this the other day. Shout out to Chris. We were
Shout out,
just sitting
Tallboy.
there, and he's like it's fun playing with you, but sometimes it just sucks because we go into a completely different lobby. Like him and his friend were having fun, and then I get on, and then I just ruin it because it's like
Just
these
don't be good
console
then.
players have to play with PC players, and my stats are better. So now they're just, and his friend was like
Just-
brand new to the game. It's just like
Just use a Smurf
it's
account.
just not fun for anyone else.
Well, I
and
mean,
even me, it's
you
just not
shouldn't-
fun to play with me anymore.
You shouldn't have to do that, though. I guess is your kind of your point,
Yeah.
though.
I don't know.
Also, just real quick, did
Just not the
Presley
same.
ever say his point? He just said that he was on
No, that was
Christmas
it.
break. Oh, just
That
you
time
missed
period.
playing.
Christmas break.
You just missed Christmas break. Playing
Yeah,
Fortnite
summer
at
break
1
was
a.m.
cool too, but Christmas break
I
specifically.
Okay,
think he
sorry,
meant
okay.
yeah, Prime Fortnite during the Christmas season.
Okay,
you
that
could-
makes
yeah.
more
I
sense.
missed
I
that
thought I
too.
thought he was about to say something, and then
Like
you
playing-
interrupted with the whistle. So I was like, "Wait, what did Presley say?"
I think
Just playing video games over
sorry.
Christmas break, specifically like I don't know. I
Prime
remember
Fortnite was
Prime Fortnite, Prime Call of Duty, even
Yeah.
a couple of years earlier than
gosh.
that when it's a snow day.
I missed playing with you.
Yeah, I haven't been on in like 3 months.
he's not.
Yeah.
busy
Yeah,
or
Presley
anything.
has just not been on.
It's not like I'm working all the freaking time.
No,
there's no
He
excuses.
doesn't do
But-
anything, right?
no.
No, I don't
No,
do
but
anything.
I'm still a big
don't get
video
up
game
early.
fan. I still love video games. Just I'm to the point to where I want to play with people. I don't really want to play just a video game by myself anymore. But I still have a ton of fun playing with friends. So to me, there's still that give and take there. So Presley, I'm personally blaming you for all of these troubles.
I'm sorry.
It's all your fault.
It's fine. You're still my celebrity crush.
We can still do
so-
a podcast if that's okay.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
We'll make that work.
Okay.
Y'all are so cute.
Thanks.
Aw.
Again, I will one day
you
hold
think
his
about
hand
it.
and he will not fight back.
You won't. That's
Make
the
a
goal.
great couple. You know what's funny? If or not if, but whenever I get married, I'll just have you two walk down the aisle together, so that way you have to hold hands.
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, I'll
People
stand,
don't hold
I'll
hands
stand,
when they do that.
I'll
They
stand
will
with all the
now.
bridesmaids. I don't care. Let me hold Presley's hand.
Right.
You have to wear a dress.
Oh my god.
If it means I get to hold Presley's hand, I'm for
Why
it.
is this such? The only reason it's a goal is because I won't let y'all do it.
Yeah, literally.
We'll be holding hands at our wedding, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a bridesmaid.
I'm just saying,
me?
if I could be a bridesmaid, if I had to wear the dress, get my hair did,
You ain't
get
doing
the
that.
lipstick on, lashes, all that, I will do all of that if it means that I could be with Presley.
Just wear
Yeah.
a pink suit.
There you go.
Look snazzy.
we're like Pink
yeah.
Panther.
I'm not very
yeah,
comfortable.
wanna wear a
just
pink
be Steve Martin in the Pink Panther movies.
Exactly.
I want to be comfortable in a pink
Comfortable.
suit.
Let me tell you what I miss. I miss Fridays at public school. Those were the best. Noah gets me. Those were the best days because, like, the hype toward the weekend, and for some reason, well, no, it's a good reason. The teachers were always in a better mood on Fridays, right? Because it was their weekend too. And so Fridays were fun. Like a lot of times Friday, like if there was a special event that week, it was on a Friday. Sometimes teachers would just, put on a movie or something in class. Fridays were fantastic in public school. That's what I miss. Fridays don't hit the same anymore for me, but I miss Fridays.
I think part of it is just growing up and realizing your weekends aren't to do what you want. They're to do things you couldn't do during the week while
Exactly.
you were working.
Oh, exactly.
Amen.
That's
And
what
you have
sucks.
the energy to do maybe one fun thing, and then you have to spend the rest of the time to recharge and then get ready for the work week.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Sunday is my big recharge day. Saturdays are just things like what Zach was saying I do that I can't do during the week.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself on Sundays every now and then just in a bad mood because you're like,
Yes.
the weekend's already over. I gotta go back to work tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
in the bad habit of that. I'm oftentimes in a better mood on Friday than Sunday, even though like you're in the weekend Sunday and you're still in the work week Friday. Just kind of like, but now you have the weekend to look forward to.
Yeah.
And then you enjoy Saturday and then you get to Sunday and you're like, it's over. And now
Yeah.
tomorrow's Monday.
Yep.
So you know what's funny is that I had a really smart coworker when I used to work car audio. He got 3 days off, but in turn you had to work like 10-hour days. So they were like, okay, so you want Monday off or do you want Friday off? 3-day weekend, right? And he said, actually, I want Wednesday off. And I was like, that is so
so
weird.
smart.
Why? And so he explained it to me. He was like, think about it. Monday, 2 days on-y,
Yeah.
1 day offy, 2 days on-y, 2 days offy. And it just made so
I do
much
like
sense.
that.
That's one of
Yeah.
the things that I've really liked where I've worked the past however many years is that I've definitely had to come in on a number of Wednesdays, but I could
Yeah.
have Wednesdays off and I don't work weekends, so it would be that same schedule, which is amazing. I love that schedule, and I'm totally for like if you got offered to do like 10-hour work days, but you only had to work 4 days a week, I'm 100% for that. But I would be tempted to even do like 12-hour work days and you just work like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Like a great nurse.
Make a great nurse.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty much their schedule.
Does anything else about me qualify me to be a good
You're
nurse?
really good with lists.
Listen, you're good at lists.
Yeah.
Well, besides the fact that you
Nurses-
faint at the sight of blood, I think
Yeah.
you do great.
They always have
I have not
clipboards.
actually fainted. I just feel faint.
Well,
Amen.
you know.
I vibe.
lightheaded, if you will.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when I
man.
cut open my finger, apparently my mom thought that I was gonna faint because like all the blood like rushed out of my face or whatever. I
Yeah.
did not faint. I remained conscious the entire time, but I guess I really scared my mom.
Well, that's because it was going out of your finger from your face.
That's
All
the
right,
way it
sure.
So,
works.
Here's another thing that I miss that just doesn't. Well, all right. So back to like the video game thing. Whenever, mainly it was Madden because I was always a big Madden person. The hype up to like days or a couple weeks leading up to that game coming out, the anticipation and excitement out of me was insane. And that was with like going back to like I don't know. What was another game that I was really excited for?
Black Ops 2.
Yeah, like Black Ops 2, because I would play like Black Ops 1 when I was younger. Like, yeah, the anticipation for Black Ops 2, that was
I couldn't
big.
wait when I was a
But
kid.
and then it finally came out. There were
Waiting
there
for the
were-
Amazon man to get there with the disc.
There was
Yeah.
like back-to-back years where the day Madden came out, I faked being sick, so so I didn't have to go to school.
That's
And
hilarious.
I think my
Nice.
mom knew, but she's like, yeah, whatever. But yeah, the anticipation of video games coming out is
Listen,
not the same anymore.
Just in general, I miss like games actually working on game day
Oh
releases.
yes. Oh my
Amen.
gosh.
Like what happened to that? The
That's
bar
it.
is so low for video games actually being playable now.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, a game comes out and it simply works, and we applaud them for it working. Where we shouldn't have to do any of that. It's the very bare minimum. And I understand that a lot of these games, like, they have deadlines that necessarily they don't set, but a company above them sets, and they're having to work on these huge projects. But still, for us, the consumer, it's very unfair. It's like if someone came out with a movie and then you are able to watch like half the movie and then they're like, oh, please wait for more. Or you almost get to the end and it's like, oh, please pay $15 for a different ending. And you're like,
EA.
what?
Yep.
Yeah.
You pay all this money, like you're saying, for a product, and it's not even a completed product. And it's false advertisement. They say this is going to happen, and then it doesn't come out with all the things that it said it would include.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
Oh yeah, or just the servers
off.
are down and you can't play.
And
Which,
there's
if,
that.
if it's like that for a
That's
day or two,
whatever.
I understand that because it's brand new. The servers are down; they're not expecting it. But if you go to a game like Call of Duty, to where it was World War II,
I will
my
never forget
gosh,
that.
we will not. I
never.
remember
That could
we
have
all
been
got
such a good game.
It could have been. We even got Trey on board to play with us, and
Yep.
we
Oh, I
all
didn't get
were like
that.
ready that night to play that game. And you could finally get into a game, at least for me, like 2 weeks later, but it would crash at least half the time. So
Yeah.
you really couldn't play it. So you had to wait a month, maybe even 2 months for you to actually be able to play the
And
game.
at that point,
Yeah.
the game and all the hype around it has died down
Yeah.
so much, and people don't want to really play it as much.
And
Yeah.
you just develop so much hatred towards the game because you spent all that money.
I still have
get
a lot of
frustrated.
fun with that game.
Oh,
I
yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, it
After
was
the
well
fact,
crafted,
yeah. Looking back at it,
was
I
a
was
really
like,
good
that was
game.
actually a decent game.
but it was
But-
one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
Now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And honestly, for me, a lot of that with the release date just put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, I
Yep.
don't want to support this.
Yeah, exactly.
That was terrible. Because in the past, the reason I'm was so upset about it is because in previous years, like you were saying, that was the hype.
Yep.
You wait for that disc to get there, you put it in, it works.
Yeah.
I
now
could
it
give a
doesn't.
crap about the graphics.
Now
I just
there's-
want it to work.
Yeah,
Now
I
there's
mean,
a
maybe
game download, and then there's the update after the download. Then there's the cache download.
This game
and
just
then-
came out.
and then you got the update inside of the game, outside of the
And the
console
expansion
update, and the
packs.
expansion packs, and the
And the
data
DLC,
storage, and
and
then
now
the servers. are down.
Everybody's got what's that thing Fortnite started doing? Everybody's got a
Battle
game.
Pass?
Yeah,
Battle
everybody's got a
Pass.
battle
Battle
pass
Pass.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which at least, even though that is kind of annoying that everyone has that now, at least that is the alternative to having to pay $60 for a game like Call of Duty and then it doesn't work. So at least that's different. Like the Battle Pass, you can love it, you can hate it. At least one benefit from it is that games no longer, well, not all games, but some games don't cost like at least $60 anymore to buy. At this point, some games cost like $70 now to buy.
Yeah.
Like they even moved up from 60 to 70. I'm just like, my
Inflation.
gosh, like
Yeah.
Supposedly.
this is insane.
You know that game that we thought we would play a lot, Forza?
Oh yeah, that game.
There were 3 of us that spent $100 on it to play it 3 days
Yeah.
early.
God, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, I wish I could get that back. I'm never
I
doing
wish
that
I could get
again.
the 60 back.
Yeah, no, because Forza to me that was one of
Yeah.
those games to where it was like I really
Lot of
loved
hype.
Forza. I had a ton of fun with it. I thought it was a really good game. Just it was a good game for if you could play it. And I don't know if it's because I was on PC or something else. I was the only one of us that did not have connectivity issues or issues with this or that. Everyone else had so much trouble actually getting into the game and playing it and not crashing or not having to do this or that, or we all had to join at the exact same time and like put all this effort into it.
Or let's talk about the fact that, and yes, I was one of those people that did the $100 option. But then you add on the fact that I went all in and bought a wheel and
My God.
and a clutch and pedals and a manual
Yeah.
shifter, and none of it worked properly with the game. So that sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
throw
already
that out
had a wheel for a different game that actually works. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's called F1. F1. Love
yeah.
F1.
More of a
He is a
simulator.
big
And it's a great simulator. It feels so awesome having a wheel. I love that game. It's fantastic. I don't know what more to say.
Okay, Zach, what do you miss?
What do I miss?
Yeah.
Nap times at school.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We
that
all
is-
answered the question.
Yeah.
I
I'm trying
will
to think
say I
of-
want to add something to the hype. I remember whenever Ghost came out.
Oh, I love
Suck that game.
What?
sucked.
Whoa!
What?
Suck that game.
Suck that
That game sucked. Okay, I don't.
Evan and I
care
loved that game.
I
what other
didn't
people
like it.
say. Black Ops 2 was phenomenal. I couldn't wait. I was like, yes, there's going to be another great game. Ghost comes out, and I'm like, I'm going back to Black Ops 2.
Was it Ghosts and then Advanced Warfare?
Yeah, then it was Advanced Warfare. Yeah,
And
no,
then
for
Advanced Warfare sucked more.
Well, that's also
Well-
when what was it? The
Advanced Warfare sucked.
I liked
Xbox.
it.
It's a
See,
horrible
for
game.
me and Zach, we had okay. So I
Advanced
didn't
Warfare
grow up on
sucked.
Call of Duty. I grew up on things like Nintendo and Madden, and I grew up on Super Smash Bros. And different stuff. Like I didn't grow up with the games that you hear a lot of people growing up now with, like Call of Duty, and like
Yeah.
I didn't have shooters that I grew up with.
It took a lot of convincing to your mom.
Oh,
to
it
let you
did.
do
Like
that.
it took a lot of convincing for my mom to even let me get Call of Duty at all. Like
Yeah.
it took quite a bit. Like I was a Minecraft kid and whatnot.
Yeah.
I never played shooters. I played the other type of games, and that's why I like the adventure and other type of games because that's what I grew up with. So, but for that game, that was my first ever Call of Duty. So because of
Ghosts.
that, well, it was my first ever shooter, period. But especially my first Call of Duty.
Well, that's probably
So,
more nostalgic.
I was
for
gonna
you.
say because of that,
Yeah.
I was very nostalgic of it. But even like, I mean, it's been a few years since we've done it. But I remember years after the fact, like 2020 or something, Zach and I got back on Ghost and we were just playing around with it, and I had a great time with it. I was like, yeah, I love this. This is a super fun time.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. But I understand that. I mean, now we're just getting into nerdy stuff, but we're already here, so suffer with me because I know that the maps were huge compared to other maps. I know the time to kill was instant. I know the UAVs sucked. I know that the kill streaks were either awful or they were like really overpowered with just like one or two of them. I know that everybody hated like, especially in that meta, there was like the riot shield to something other combo that was super strong in that game. I know that there were a lot of flaws when it came to that game, but because it was my first, and I stand by no matter what you say, the campaign was phenomenal. But so
I
because the
agree.
campaign was phenomenal and it was my first, I really enjoyed it. And it's the same with how I view Advanced Warfare. Like, because that was my second ever shooter. I loved Advanced Warfare. I know most people don't, and it has a lot of flaws in the game. Like, I know objectively it may not be the best, but for me
vibe with
personally, I still love those games to this day.
I think if I had the skill set I have now, I would enjoy Advanced Warfare. But back then, I couldn't get up. That was one where you like jumped around a lot.
I will
And,
also
the-
say,
like
too,
the pre-jetpack stuff.
Black Ops 2 is debatably the best Call of Duty ever.
It might be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then came out Ghosts.
Oh, yeah.
So my standard is Black Ops 2.
Oh, exactly.
And then it goes down to Ghosts. I'm like, okay, I'm going
Yeah,
back.
and that's fair. Like it's going to be
It
hard
is.
to
It
top
is
that
fair.
game.
Oh no!
in any capacity.
Objectively, I stand by that. Black Ops 2 is way better.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking
vibe.
from the nostalgia point of view.
I vibe.
I will say Black Ops 3 though, that was my game.
Can we just say video games
Yeah, I
were
like
better when we were younger?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we
I think I
can.
enjoyed them more.
I enjoyed them more,
Yeah,
but at the
that's
same time, it's kind of like because how I even said earlier, I'm now to the point to where I still love and enjoy video games, but I enjoy it when I'm playing with other people.
Yeah.
So when it comes like beforehand, I remember
Yeah.
when Black Ops 3 came out, I played that game every single day. Like, and that's why I got good at it, and that's why I was able to get like the Dark Matter camo. That's what it was called, to where you had to
Oh,
complete
yeah.
every single challenge in
first
the
game
game.
to have
It was the very first game to have that, and you had to complete every single challenge for every single gun and do like every single weird thing. And I played that game every day to where I could finally achieve that because that was my big goal for it. But with that, I think a lot of us put on the rose-colored glasses, or we have the nostalgia factor for it, to where we look back and we're like, "Oh, games nowadays sucked, and we miss this." But
Yeah.
I feel like if you try to look at it as objectively as possible, there are definitely things that have changed, like a lot with the Battle Pass system, or with like EA, particularly when it comes to was it like Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Oh my
was
gosh,
that the game? To
EA,
where EA
just needs to stop making games. I am so tired of EA.
Give up.
Yeah, there was that sort of thing. But there are definitely a lot of games nowadays that, they're not as good as other things and like how they don't work or they crash. But I think there are still a lot of games that come out today that are really good, that are phenomenal games overall.
Well, we do have the world's best Madden player in here, so what are your thoughts?
I haven't played Madden in months.
Oh,
You played for Moolah.
Huh?
Didn't you play for Moolah?
Not much. I probably got $30.
Still.
playing Madden.
Yeah, he won $30 playing Madden football.
I did.
there you go.
Something else I thought of that I really miss is hide and seek as a kid.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
hide
Well,
and seek
games
was
like
fun.
that were
I
awesome.
used to dominate in hide and seek. I bet you did.
You would
Yeah.
just go
Or
home.
tag.
I like tag.
Go home.
Yeah.
You would
Go
run
home.
home.
All right, guys, let's hide. Mom, let's go.
Yeah.
That's actually such a great cheat. I love that. All right, let's hide. And then you just that's phenomenal. No, I remember.
Flashlight tag.
Even though they're never gonna watch this, shout out to childhood friends Tim and Ben. I remember playing. We would do like football games or baseball games or
Oh,
we'd shoot hoops
backyard
or something.
football.
Oh, it was so fun.
Oh,
'cause I
yeah.
could never play
Oh.
football because my mom would never let me. And looking back on it, I'm happy that she never let me. But at the time, I'm like, this is dumb. I want to play it. And even though I'm not like the biggest guy, I remember that I would be like the running back whenever we
Yeah.
would do football games, and I would plow through everyone. There would be like 3 or 4 of them trying to take me down, trying to do this or that, or we would do like little baseball games and everything. Those were a ton of fun.
Yeah, backyard football was the best when I was younger. There was a little story. There was one time I was in like maybe 4th grade, and there would always be like a teacher just watching us, and he would always tell us no tackle, two and touch, because he didn't want anybody getting hurt.
Yeah,
There was this kid that I could not stand. Couldn't stand this kid.
I think it was a little more than 2 and touch.
hmm And so I can't remember. Like I didn't have the ball. He didn't have the ball. But there was this one
God.
play.
Actually, I don't even think we were playing football.
we weren't even
but-
playing football.
Oh, there was a game going on.
There
But
were no-
my
There
brain
was nobody
wasn't
else in the field.
I was like, he's making me mad. I'm gonna do something about it. So like in the middle of the play, like everybody else was down there, and I just took off running towards this kid. It just bam and like slammed him, and he landed to where like his face was on the ground, and so I just ran over to like where they were, and then I like looked up, and he's like looking around for someone. Never found out it was me, but I felt so good.
That's
I was
hilarious.
like, yes.
Wait, did anyone? I mean, surely someone else had to notice, but
Nope.
no one else
Because
noticed.
the teacher was looking at the play going on. He wasn't looking at us. That's why I
That
ran
is-
over to him.
That is hilarious. I love how you just started that with like neither of us had the ball. Like there
Nope.
was something completely different going on.
I think they're playing a
saw,
heated game of hopscotch.
you saw an opportunity and you're like, I'm
Hook
about
it.
to truck this kid.
Oh, I did. How you doing, buddy? I was gonna say his name. Probably shouldn't.
You know what else was better as a kid?
What?
Getting in fights. I'm
Really?
just kidding.
Did you ever get in a fight? I got punched one time.
Oh, you did?
I don't
Yeah.
remember. I must have got knocked out.
I used to get bullied a lot as a kid, so that's some bad memories.
Yeah.
Leighton was one of the bullies.
No, that's not any of y'all's fault. I was just like in the
Zach, we're sorry.
conversation of fights and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the worst.
I got punched in the face for making fun of the way someone shot a basketball. He was like shooting weird. It was like a backyard basketball thing at recess. I kept making fun of him, and he just punched me.
You probably
Well,
deserved it.
you probably did make
You
fun
know what
of
I
him much
did after he
that.
punched me?
What?
Laughed at him.
The best thing you can do is not
Were you
react.
then going to make fun of his form on punching you?
Huh? Oh, I should have.
You hit like a girl.
He
Like,
got-
wow, your form is awful. You didn't even follow through.
He got suspended from school for 3 days.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
The teacher just saw it and was
Honestly,
like,
that's more of a reward.
yeah. No, I didn't do anything. He punched me. I just laughed. I'm like,
Oh, you mean I get to go home? I don't have to come here every day?
yeah, people would always talk about that. Like,
I don't
you
get
got
that.
suspended. Woohoo. Going home for 3 days.
More of a
Vacation.
reward for the people that have to put up with them.
Yeah.
If anything, it's more so some for the parents.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh no, now
Yeah.
Jimmy's here.
I better get my kid whipped into shape so he'll leave me alone. I don't have to have him at home all the time.
oh my gosh.
You know what it was while that kid was annoying me so much? Sounds dumb now, but it makes sense considering the way I am. He made fun of my Miami Dolphins so much, and I hated it. I could not stand it. And he was a Patriots fan, and he liked
okay.
Tom Brady.
Oh, there it is.
there it
That's,
is.
There
that's
it
the
is.
root
There
of the
it is.
entire
And every
issue.
time the Dolphins would lose, he and his posse would come up
Posse.
to me and, the Dolphins lost, and blah, 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 blah. I wasn't having it.
Yeah, actually, when he trucked him, it was in the lunchroom.
Yeah. There was this one time the Dolphins beat the Patriots, and I let him have it. I did not hold. I remember we were in class. And like, blah, 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 blah.
Nice.
Yeah, hated that. shit.
Schmevy
Glad
was
it was
coming
over
to town.
something that was really mature.
It was
Yep.
very mature for fourth grade.
Man,
Not at all.
that is quite the story there.
Thank you.
You ever miss the kids' movies you watched as a kid?
Depends.
I miss
Kids'
being
movies
able
were
to see
better.
certain movies for the first time again.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I was thinking about saying that, like the excitement before we went to see a movie. When Spider-Man 3 came out, like Venom and Sandman and stuff, I was so excited to see that movie, and my parents like surprised me with going to see it. And I remember how pumped I was to see that. I don't get that way anymore.
I remember that movie.
Now it's just kind of like, yeah, I'm excited to see that. Like Joker 2 is coming out soon. I don't have like just like, oh my gosh, I got to see it. It's just like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna see it when it comes out. But yeah, that's another thing.
I love
Indeed.
that movie.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Well, if you ever need any review needs, you just go to Relay, my friend. Believe us, it has been amazing.
speaking of
We've
movies.
loved the app. Just awesome.
Yeah, don't spend 25 minutes watching or reading something. Just go to Relay and spend 25 seconds.
Don't risk getting spoiled.
That's it. Just
Yeah,
getting
that's it.
spoiled.
That's it.
I
Don't
guess so.
leave your milk out for too long.
Yeah,
That's right.
yes,
Put
exactly.
your food away, and also do the same with your movies.
No, but it's been really nice. I mean, it really is like TikTok and all these other
Discord.
apps had a nerdy movie baby.
Yelp.
Yeah, Yelp.
TikTok, Yelp. They all came together and made a baby.
It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Follow us.
Oh, and a beautiful
It was
mixed
beautiful.
baby it is.
And you can actually talk to us through that app directly. We got
Yeah.
a giant group chat that we're gonna build an
and it's not
empire.
just reviews. Talk about anything movie or show related. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of theories we've seen on there.
We're gonna build an empire over there.
Oh yeah, so
Yes.
no, it's a really fun, unique app. I haven't really seen an app like it, which I think is the coolest
wanna
thing
keep the
about it.
cord
Is it
Yeah.
just seems so unique.
Yeah, it is. So go check it out and follow us, the Awkward Tapes. That'll do it for episode 73.
Yeah.
Always
Yeah,
forget.
yeah, yeah.
That'll
yeah,
do
same
it.
thing.
I'm terrible.
That'll
with numbers.
do.
That'll do it.
Gone.
All right,
Gone.
Gone.
Join us. Look, I promised you guys last episode we were going to be
gonna
doing
do
something.
And we did
And
something.
we did.
We did.
So here I am promising for the next episode
We're not gonna do a single thing.
we're going to do something again. What?
Nothing.
Probably talk.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
What?
I don't know what you're talking
maybe
about.
laugh.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
all
Thank you
right.
for joining us for a session of awkwardness.
Awkwardness.